This is TechCrunch.
For decades, Silicon Valley has valorized the college dropout. Founders like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg left school early to build companies, and they became billionaires. That ethos was later institutionalized through initiatives like the Thiel Fellowship, which famously pays promising students $100,000 to leave college and start companies. For many years, the famed accelerator Y Combinator also quietly reinforced that culture. While it never explicitly required students to drop out, many of its most successful alumni, including Dropbox's Drew Houston, Reddit's Steve Huffman, and Stripe's John and Patrick Collison, joined the program young and left school behind to build their companies. Now YC is changing that narrative. The accelerator has introduced a new application track called Early Decision, designed for students who want to start companies but don't want to drop out. The program allows them to apply while still in school, get accepted and funded immediately, and defer their participation in YC until after they graduate. For example, a student applying in fall 2025 could graduate next spring, then participate in YC's summer 2026 batch. YC managing partner Jared Friedman said, "It's designed for graduating seniors who want to do a startup, but also want to finish school first." Friedman added that the idea for Early Decision came from conversations with students. Between AI Startup School last summer and the more than 20 university trips we've done over the past year, we've had a lot of opportunities to do that. One of YC's most common pieces of advice is to talk to your users, and we follow it ourselves, he told TechCrunch over email. In Silicon Valley culture, dropping out has been almost a rite of passage for aspiring founders. Programs like the Thiel Fellowship have turned it into a movement, though it's worth noting that Peter Thiel himself did not drop out but earned both undergraduate and law degrees from Stanford. It's why YC's announcement is a meaningful break from that mythos that leaving school early is the optimal or only path to startup success. The timing is also significant, coming at a time when more young people are questioning both the cost of college and the trade-offs of staying in school. The new program also reflects a growing maturity in how YC thinks about long-term founder outcomes. The accelerator has long been a magnet for college-age builders. Founders of Loom, Instacart, Rappi, and Brex were in their teens or early 20s when they joined the program. But the decision to drop out was often implicit. Do the program now or miss the opportunity. Early Decision removes that pressure, offering a middle ground between academic completion and chasing entrepreneurship. The move could broaden YC's applicant pool to include more cautious, deliberate student founders who are committed to startup life, but unwilling to sacrifice education to get there. YC notes that the program is open to both graduating students and those earlier in their academic journey. It's a bet that some of the best founders of the next decade won't need to choose between college and startups. They'll do both. The move also helps YC secure talent early in an increasingly competitive accelerator and seed funding landscape, giving students an option that competes with other programs like Thiel Fellowship, Neo Scholars, Founders Inc., as well as big tech internships and grad school pipelines. The Trump administration last Friday announced a new $100,000 annual levy on H-1B visas, which allow 85,000 skilled foreign workers to enter the U.S. each year. The fee applies to companies hiring these workers, primarily in tech. Veteran venture capitalist Michael Moritz isn't having it. In a new, scathing Financial Times op-ed, the former Sequoia Capital honcho compares the White House to Tony Soprano's pork store, calling the move another brutish extortion scheme. Moritz argues that Trump fundamentally misunderstands why tech companies hire foreign workers, saying it's about skills and filling labor shortages, not replacing Americans or cutting costs. The policy will backfire, he warns, by pushing companies to relocate work to Istanbul, Warsaw, or Bangalore instead of keeping it stateside. Moritz wrote, "Engineers with undergraduate degrees from the better Eastern Europe, Turkish, and Indian universities are every bit as well qualified as their American counterparts." Instead of restricting H-1B visas, Moritz suggests doubling or tripling them, or automatically granting citizenship to foreign nationals earning STEM PhDs from top U.S. universities. He points to foreign-born CEOs like Microsoft's Satya Nadella and Google's Sundar Pichai as examples of H-1B program success. Elon Musk and Instagram co-founder Mike Krieger are two others. Moritz himself received the precursor visa to the H-1B in 1979, and ever since, writes the billionaire, I have felt grateful to the country that welcomed me. That's it from TechCrunch. For more tech stories like these, go to TechCrunch.com.